Long before most people have even hit the snooze button, a different kind of workday is already starting on the cold, dark waters of the North Atlantic. This is the world of the lobster fisherman, a job that doesn't care about your sleep schedule. It all begins in the quiet, pre-dawn hours. The air is crisp, and the smell of salt and diesel hangs heavy. Fishermen gather on their boats, the sturdy vessels that will be their office for the day. They aren't just waking up, they're preparing for a battle of wits and endurance against the sea and the creatures that live deep within it. Every trip is a gamble, and preparation is the only way to stack the odds in your favor. The first order of business is bait, because you can't catch a lobster without giving it a reason to show up. Fishermen prepare their bait, which is usually pungent, oily fish like herring or mackerel. They fill up bait bags, a smelly but essential task that will lure the lobsters into the traps. At the same time, the captain is busy in the wheelhouse, mapping out the day's strategy. Modern lobster boats are equipped with advanced GPS systems that pinpoint the location of each string of traps. These aren't just random spots in the ocean, they are carefully chosen locations, marked by colorful buoys, where lobsters are known to roam. It's a mix of old-school knowledge and new-school technology. With the bait prepared and the route planned, the crew readies the gear. Lobster traps, often called pots, are heavy, cage-like contraptions designed to be a one-way street for a hungry lobster. A single boat might carry dozens of these traps, ready to be deployed. The fishermen calculate how many buoys they'll need for their route, ensuring each trap line can be found and retrieved later. This job is a constant cycle of physical labor. Lifting, stacking, and organizing heavy equipment is just the warm-up for the real work that lies ahead. It's a tough, demanding job that requires strength, stamina, and a deep respect for the unforgiving ocean. As the sun begins to peek over the horizon, casting a golden glow on the water, the boat's engine roars to life. The crew leaves the safety of the harbor behind, heading out to the fishing grounds, which can be miles offshore. They are chasing one of the most prized catches in the sea, a delicacy enjoyed around the world. But out here, lobster isn't a fancy menu item. It's the target of a grueling hunt. The work is hard, the hours are long, and the conditions can be brutal. This is a dirty job, and for these fishermen, it's just another day at the office where the floor is always wet and the rewards are never guaranteed. Once the boat reaches the designated coordinates, the real work begins. The process of setting the traps is a well-oiled machine, a dance of precision and speed. One fisherman grabs a buoy and throws it overboard, its bright colors a marker in the vast expanse of blue. An anchor follows, pulling the trap line down towards the seabed. Then, one by one, the traps are pushed off the side of the boat, sinking to depths of anywhere from 13 to 165 feet. A single line, or trawl, can connect 20 to 60 traps. The goal is to place them in rocky areas or reefs where lobsters like to hide from predators. It's a fast-paced operation that requires focus and teamwork to avoid any tangles or mishaps. Now, the waiting game starts. The traps are left to soak for a period that can range from a few hours to an entire day. Down on the ocean floor, the bait starts to do its job. The scent of the herring or mackerel slowly disperses through the cold water, an irresistible invitation to any nearby lobsters. The traps themselves are cleverly designed. They have a funnel-shaped entrance that is easy for a lobster to crawl into, but almost impossible to crawl out of. A single trap can collect a handful of lobsters, or, on a good day, more than a dozen. It's a simple but effective method that has been perfected over generations of fishing. After the soak, it's time to see what the ocean has offered up. The fisherman uses a long pole with a hook called a gaff to snag the buoy line as the boat motors past. The line is then looped onto a hydraulic hauler, a powerful winch that does the heavy lifting. Without this piece of machinery, hauling hundreds of waterlogged traps from the depths would be an impossible task. The trap emerges from the water, dripping and often covered in seaweed, a treasure chest from the deep. Every pull is a moment of anticipation. Is it full of market-sized lobsters? Or is it an empty, a disappointing haul with nothing but bait thieves inside? The crew works quickly to empty the trap, sorting its contents before moving on to the next one. This process is repeated over and over again, sometimes hundreds of times in a single day. In one incredible example of efficiency, a skilled crew managed to haul in a staggering 1,385 lobsters in just 45 minutes. That kind of speed and coordination is a testament to their experience and teamwork. It's a relentless pace, pulling trap after trap, rain or shine, in calm seas or rough chop. This isn't just fishing, it's a high-stakes, high-effort harvest that pushes both man and machine to their limits. Once a trap is on board, the sorting process begins immediately, and it's governed by a strict set of rules. Not every lobster that comes up is a keeper. The fisherman pulls each one out and quickly inspects it. The most important tool at this stage is a special gauge used to measure the lobster's carapace, the hard upper shell of its body. The measurement is taken from the eye socket to the back of the carapace. If a lobster is too small, it's considered a short and must be returned to the water immediately. This gives the juvenile lobsters a chance to grow, mature, and reproduce, ensuring there will be more lobsters to catch in the future. Conservation is a huge part of modern lobster fishing, and it goes beyond just measuring for size. Fishermen are also on the lookout for egg-bearing females, easily identified by the mass of eggs, or roe, attached to their underside. These females are the future of the lobster population, and they are protected by law. Releasing them is non-negotiable. Some fishermen take conservation a step further. Before returning an egg-bearing female to the sea, they will carefully cut a small V-shaped notch in her tail flipper. This mark lets other fishermen know she is a proven breeder, even if she isn't carrying eggs when caught again, ensuring she is released to continue breeding. The lobsters that make the cut, those of legal size, are then prepared for storage on the boat. This involves a crucial step: banding the claws. Lobsters are naturally aggressive and territorial, and if left unchecked, they will injure or even kill each other in the holding tank. Using a special tool, the fisherman deftly slips a thick rubber band around each claw, one for the larger crusher claw and one for the smaller pinner claw. This simple action protects the lobsters from each other and makes handling them much safer for everyone involved. No one wants to learn the hard way just how powerful those claws can be. With their claws secured, the keepers are placed in large tanks on the boat. These tanks are filled with constantly circulating seawater, kept at a chilly 39 to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. This controlled environment keeps the lobsters calm and healthy during the journey back to shore. It mimics their natural deep water habitat and ensures they arrive at the dock as fresh as possible. The regulations, the careful measuring, and the onboard handling are all part of a sustainable system designed to protect both the lobster population and the livelihood of the fishermen who depend on it for generations to come. The workday isn't over when the last trap is hauled. The boat, now heavy with its valuable cargo, makes the trip back to the dock. As it pulls into the harbor, buyers are often waiting. Cranes are used to lift the heavy crates of lobsters from the boat onto the pier, where they are weighed and sorted by size. The price a fisherman gets can vary, but lobster remains one of the most expensive types of seafood you can buy. A successful trip can bring in thousands of dollars, a hard-earned reward for a day of back-breaking labor. This moment at the dock is where the fruits of their labor are finally realized. From the dock, the lobsters begin the next stage of their journey. Some are sold directly to local restaurants and markets, destined for the dinner plates of eager customers that very evening. Others are purchased by large processing companies. At these facilities, the lobsters are checked again before being processed. The claws and bodies are often separated, with the meat cooked, removed from the shell, and then packaged for distribution. This processed meat might end up in lobster rolls, bisques, or other dishes served in restaurants far from the coast. It's a complex supply chain that brings this ocean delicacy to people all over the world. The life of a lobster fisherman is anything but easy. It involves incredibly long hours, with many trips requiring overnight work or several days at sea. The physical demands are immense, requiring strength and stamina to handle the heavy gear and endure the often harsh weather conditions of the North Atlantic. It's a profession that takes a toll on the body, but it also fosters a unique sense of community and pride. The success of a boat depends on seamless teamwork, where every crew member knows their role and executes it perfectly. It's a testament to human grit and cooperation in the face of nature's challenges. Ultimately, lobster fishing is more than just a job. It's a vital part of the coastal economy and a tradition passed down through generations. The strict regulations, like seasonal harvesting and size limits, are not just rules but a shared commitment to sustainability. They ensure that lobster populations remain healthy for years to come, protecting both the species and the industry. So, the next time you see lobster on a menu, remember the story behind it: the pre-dawn start, the heavy traps, the cold water, and the hard-working people who risk it all to bring that incredible catch from the bottom of the ocean to your plate.